Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. Happy Tuesday, if that's a saying. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything is going well and that these messages are helping you. And more importantly, I hope they're resonating with you because each day is going to be a different message, but it all goes back to healing, growth, and just evolving. So thank you all for being here today. Um, Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for sharing it with others. I'm really grateful. This is a no judgment zone. We're only here to lift others up and to encourage, not to tear down. We have enough of that in this world today. So, guys, let me tell you something. I have some notes here because if not, then I forget certain things that I want to say. Um, I wanted to talk about, okay, let's just get into the topic of discussion. Um, because I'll get to what I want to say after I tell you what the topic is to give you an idea of what we're going to talk about here today. Um, be careful from allowing people to come into your life to use you. So be careful to not allow certain people in your life who's only there to use you, to take from you, you know. And with that being said, guys, I can remember a time because I'm originally from New York. um, I can remember a time when I was living in New York. I used to go to these women's support groups on a Friday night. They would have like these women's support groups in New York City. And I used to attend them and meet friends. And what they would do after these meetings, I think it would be for like about 2 hours, different topics and things like that. Afterward, the women would get together and go to a restaurant that was like a block away from where we had those meetings. And it was really good because I got a lot from it, met a lot of people, and it was a good thing. This is before I had my son. Yeah, and I would, and then we would continue conversations at the dinner table. And so what happened one time is that a woman who was coming to those meetings, and it's just pathetic when people do certain things. She would come to the meeting, right? Attend the meeting, and then afterward, she would, come to the restaurant with us. However, this the first time she did it, everybody, let me tell you what she did. She would order all this food. I think you guys know where I'm going with this story, right? You know where I'm going. So she would order all this food. We're continuing the conversation at the dinner table and etc. She would order all this stuff, drinks, and everything. And then, the bill would come. But what we were doing is like separate bills and we pay our own. And as soon as the bill would come, maybe like 5 minutes after, here's the scene, right? Oh my God, my wallet. My wallet. Where's my wallet? Oh my God. You know what, guys? I think I left my wallet at home. I don't have no money to pay for this meal. You serious? The first time that she did this, right? Everybody gathered money and scraped from, because it would be like maybe 15 of us or more. And then we all would scrape money from our wallet, whatever, and to pay for her meal. Now that was the first time. Now here we go again. The following week, we go. Same thing happens. She ordered all this food and drinks and all. Oh, guys, I know this sounds crazy, but once again, I don't have my wallet, whatever. And people was paying. And I said, wait a minute. And I was telling everybody at the table, wait a minute, something's not right. I think she's doing this deliberately. And people paid for it the second time, right? Okay, now the third week we come have the meeting and she tries this stunt again. And I told everybody at the table, don't pay for it. I'm not paying for any of it because this is some kind of game to get a free meal. I'm not doing it. And then once I said it, everybody else at the table wasn't paying for it either. Guess what, girlfriend? You're gonna wash dishes. The cop's gonna be called. You better come up with a credit card or with something, because guess what? We're leaving you here and you have a good night. We can't afford to pay for your meal, especially 3 weeks in a row. This is some BS. And we left her there. And this is how you get a message to people who are freeloaders, slackers, and want to, use you for what you got while they enjoy the benefits of it. And I, put a stop and told everybody, this is the third week of this. I'm not doing it. You guys do whatever you want. I'm not paying a penny of it because this is some kind of thing she got going. And, and then everybody just followed suit when I said that. Because come on now, 3 weeks in a row, you forgot your wallet. And then that ended that. And honestly, guys, after I walked out and everybody else did, I don't know what happened. I guess she probably came up with something to pay for her meal, but we were not doing it. And this is why this topic, I decided to talk about this. Be careful from allowing people to come into your life to use you, because some people think because you're nice and you're generous. And I like to keep my vibe high. I like to be in good spirits. And when I find myself slipping, we all have good days and not so good days. I listen to music. I even listen to other videos, to lift me up, that encourages you. And then I'm in prayer asking God to just help me, you know. And I try to be upbeat as possible and enjoy my day. And until somebody try to throw a monkey wrench into that. And people will try you. They look at you, they watch you, they observe your personality, and then they think, oh, she may be a little naive. Let me go over here and see what I can do, what I can get from her. Let me see what I can get, what I can take or get. People will study you sometimes. And when I say people, I'm talking about slackers who don't want to get up every day and go to work, and take care of their own self. They want you to take care of them. They want you to provide and pay for their bills and whatever else they got going on. And me, I'm a generous person, but there's nothing naive about me. I just like to help people, because what you put out there in the universe comes back to you. If you putting toxicity out there and you trying to get over on people, trying to use people, trying to do the most and the worst, guess what's coming back to your life? That same stuff, toxicity that you're putting out there, the universe will send it right back to your table because it belongs to you. So I try to do everything in my power to help people. And it's also one of my vows to God that I made. So let's talk about this. The last date I had, which I dated someone about 2 years ago for about 7 months. And this is what this person was, a little bit, about 8 years older than me or whatever. But it seemed like it was going well at first, until we went, after 7 months, we went away overnight. And I realized, guess who was paying for the shit? I was. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind paying for stuff and helping out, but it's got to be some kind of equal give or take somewhere down the line, right, guys? And what I noticed is that right down to the tip, I was paying for everything. Then I started to get in this nasty mood because it's like, because I saw in this person's wallet that they had some money, but they just didn't want to spend. Then I got mad. And then the next morning, when we were checking out of the hotel, I said, and then, this person said something about breakfast. Then they saw another side of me that they didn't like. I'm not buying. I'm going to tell you guys, I don't use a lot of profanity, but I said, I'm not buying shit. You can eat breakfast when you get home or whatever. I'm not paying for anything else because you should have contributed to some of this somewhere, you know? And then this person had the audacity to stop to Dunkin' Donut. And, okay, I don't want anything at that part. At that moment, I was in this really nasty mood, which I don't get into. I don't allow myself to get, but that when I saw what was going on, and it started to happen a lot because I made more money than this person. And it's not my responsibility because then this so called person, because I never give names or anything like that, but had bills and was showing me some of their bills. That's not my responsibility. Oh well, you better get another job. You better get two. You better get three. That's not on me. And then I started to notice that this was a pattern to meet, other people and then, see what they do for a living, what they got going on, so that they can, slip bills in there for them to pay. I'm not paying anybody's bills. I'm a generous person. I help people, but people who help themselves. This was a slacker who had something going on where they and this was a pattern. What I should have did, I did this after the fact. After this stuff was over with, I went and did a background check, and I should have did that at first. And what happened is I noticed a pattern of doing this to other women. Just you know a lot of things that this person had, this person had gotten this from somebody, um, from other women that was strung along the way. You're not getting anything from me. I'm not doing it. And when I started to get like that, it was, like, I'm going to tell you one thing with me is disrespect is a big thing with me. When someone disrespect me and I'm showing you kindness and generosity and I'm there for you, and and I'm being that nurturing person to you, and then you disrespect me out of the blue, then I'm pretty much done. So this person wanted some Chinese food or whatever, and I had rented a movie or whatever, and okay, we're gonna watch this movie you wanted to watch, and I paid to have some Chinese, went and got Chinese food, and this person made themselves, excuse me guys, really comfortable, and then was texting the whole time. And I know you're not texting with your father like you're telling me. It's some other stuff going on because every time we were going out, you were texting. And this, and I'm like, what are you doing? And all of a sudden, when I sat next to this person, what's going on? They got up. Like, how a person start an argument with you because they want to leave, they don't know how to leave, but they're going to start something with you so that they can walk out. Well, that's what was done with me. That's the ultimate disrespect, especially after I made a nice evening so that we can do something nice and you get up and leave, because everything about that says screw you, I don't care. So I held the door to, to the apartment I was living in at the time, and I held the front door. You know how other women or people who are in situations, well, why are you leaving? No, 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 no. Let you go was my attitude. That's when I knew that I had started the growth pattern, because I had been through that before. And I would be like, but why? What? No, this time, no, you're out. Okay, goodbye. And then I got what a email. Like I said, when people are immature, they're gonna send you an email or text message to say this is not working out for me, right? This is not working out for me. And so I gave a piece of my mind and said goodbye, right? And then 5 months later, hey, how you doing? If we can talk, no, hell no. I'm done with this. When you left, guess what? When you walked out of my house and you left the way you did, it was done because it was such a high level of disrespect for no reason. And sometimes people who got some other stuff going on will do that so that they can run to whatever else they got going on because they don't know how to leave, where they are. And that's some child's play, and that I don't have time for. And that's the last time I think I really went out on a date. I did go out again one time after that. and went to a restaurant with somebody and then realized that this person was an alcoholic. And I'm like, I'm done for now. Let me go and heal. Let me go and heal and, do some work on myself. And that's when I really started to invest in me and put myself first. And then as I did that and did more and more of that, I started to see things um, behind the mask that I didn't see before, because I guess I wanted to believe that it wasn't the truth. If you see a duck and it's quacking and it's the color of a duck, it's walking like a duck, believe it's a duck. Don't call it anything else. Believe your eyes, because that person is showing you who they truly are. So, in reference to this topic of discussion, I just wanted to share that with somebody who might be going through something like that. Let you know that, hey, you're not by yourself. I've been through all of that. If, when someone does not want to work and take care of themselves, because they don't want to get up every morning and go to a job to get a check, to pay their bills, to take care of themselves, they are a slacker. And sometimes what these slackers do is find people who are doing good in life, and they will charm you and make you believe they want some kind of relationship or establishment of some sort with you. But they really want to be taken care of, male or female, because it goes both ways. They you women and men do this stuff, slackers. When I'm talking about slackers, you have slackers out here in this world who don't want to take care of themselves, and they want you to help take care of them. And then when they think they can charm you and get in your good grace, what they do is, oh, I got this bill I can't pay, and make you feel sorry for them, and etc. and so forth. And you know, I've been through that before, even when I didn't have much of anything, and still trying to help people. And then, one day you wake up and you see this person for who they truly are. I was working with someone too, who it seemed like, as I've gone through those experiences and I've gotten through them, I meet people on this journey on the way. It's like on my way. And this woman I used to work with had a situation with this guy where she um, met this guy at work, and then they moved in together or whatever. And then he quit his job, and then, got on disability, and then was taking part of her check, every time she got paid, along with disability. And whatever she was paying for everything and buying food, and, coming to work upset about it, and would talk to me about it. And people sometimes, men and women, like to talk to me because they feel that I understand, and I listen, because I've gone through some of these things. So it's no judgment zone, because I've been through the most and the worst. And so when this woman was, when she was talking to me about this, and we were having a conversation because she was really upset, I said, you know what, me, because I've been through so much, I probably, that person would have came home and my stuff would have been gone. I would have been gone, and I would have put um the lease to the apartment in that person's name. I'm out. I moved, and whoever it is, there, they, you can put the lease in their name, because I no longer live here. And that's what would happen. They would come in and I would be gone, or my stuff would be gone, because I would not allow myself to stay in that kind of situation, you know. And this is what I said to this person: you are better than this. You don't deserve this, you know. And the other thing I want to say about that, when people do that, they are, what's the word I want to use here? Like, to me, diabolical, because the intentions behind it is everything to me, means everything. The intent behind that. They deliberately find people that they feel that they can take advantage of, you know, to do their bidding, to pay their bills, to help them because they don't want to get up and go to work. To me, that's another, believe it or not, this is how I see that, as another form of slavery. When someone does not want to work and they have bills, and they don't want to take care of themselves, and they want you to pay, and they want to take from you. To me, it's no different. It's just another form of slavery. They want to use and spend your money to pay their bills, to go on trips, and etc. It's just another form of slavery because they're taking from you. It's not theirs to pay for something that they should be getting a job and, paying for it. And my attitude is this: get a job, get two, get three, because I'm not doing any of that. A relationship to me is an equal give and take, you know. And I'm not in it for anything like that. A loving relationship is not what that is. That's not it. That is someone coming into your life to use you, to take. Know the difference between love and someone who just want to use you, because there are people out there in the world that you can connect with who will truly love you for you as you are, you know, and will, give you that equal give and take, not somebody who's got the hand out waiting for you to pay a bill or do this or do that. And I remember, and I used to attract people like that. I remember an ex that I was dating, and I was happy when a coworker told me about a job, working at night as a home attendant. And I was saying, you can do this because it's not difficult and you'll be making money, blah, blah. And I was happy to give this extra information. Go apply for this job, blah, blah. And the look I got, I will never forget this look. Like, what? Me go out and get a job and work? Girl, you got to be crazy kind of attitude. That's when I know that this is not going to work, because I'm not paying your bills. I'm not doing any of this. To me, I want a partner who, wants something in life. And everything that I do or achieve is because I worked for it. I worked hard, and I didn't give up. Like school, one of the things that was really difficult to me was college, my first year of college, because all these papers, I mean, in school, it was really difficult. I had a lot of literature classes because, like I tell you guys, I write books, and I publish them, and I getting ready to publish my third book. And so literature, I'm joined to a lot of things because I like poetry, I like literature. I'm just one of those kind of nerdy kind of people who like things like that. I'm really like into the Big Bang Theory and stuff like that. So what I didn't realize is that in school, in college, you have to write these papers, 17-page paper, and you have to cite sources of where you got the information that you're putting in these papers. And in the first year, here's what really got me on the right track. Um, when I got a C in one of my papers, a C. And then I said to myself, Lisa, you can do better than this. What are you doing? And then, what I would do is take myself out of the house. And now keep in mind, I'm working, but I'm going to school full time. I would go to Panera Bread. They would be open till 9 o'clock at night to do my papers, to get away from the noise and what everybody else wanted at the time. Because I need to never see the seat again. And then when Panera Bread would close, then I would go to McDonald's and stay there until about 11 o'clock. And as I continue to do that, I would be tired as hell, guys. But I never saw a sea again, and then I knew once I got the hang of how everything worked, I was able to do it, because I excelled at it as I learned it, and it's nothing at, in me that's a slacker. But I was attracting them, guys. I was attracting them. And these people will charm you and make you believe that you're the only one and you this and that. They can't live without you. Of course not, because they want you to pay their bills. Um, that's why I say know the difference between real love, genuine love, and a person who genuinely care about you, and the difference between someone who just want to be in your life to take from you. So it's just another form, like I said, of toxicity. I say slavery too, but toxicity. Because for me, as I embrace new beginnings, I close the door to the past and leave all that stuff behind. Because you know why, guys? Because as I tell you all the time on these different videos, people and situations come into your life for a reason, a season, a lifetime, or a lesson. Now that I've gone through all these thousands of lessons that I had to repeat over and over because I wasn't learning, I just kept attracting the toxicity. And once I start to learn from it, I start to say no, and I start to close and padlock doors, cut off, block, and delete. And that's what my cut off, block, and delete was about, closing these doors to the past of people who didn't mean me any good. People just there not for the right reasons, and it was a learning experience. And when you don't learn the lessons, that will spin again. And when that lesson come back, it may not be in the same shape or form, but it's coming back worse than the first time around. And I didn't want to deal with that, so I tried to learn them sooner than later. And it's important. And Elisa, I am today. A lot of people from the past who, oh, they don't like it, but that's not my problem. They were not meant to stay in my life because you know why, guys? Because they were a lesson that I needed to learn, and that's why they were in my life for so long, because I didn't learn the lesson the first time. So I had to repeat and go through certain things over and over again, and until those things got intense, until one day I woke up and said, hey, enough, and this is why I talk about lessons. And then once we learn the lesson, we don't have to repeat them anymore. That door is closed and padlocked. And then as we learn these lessons, we can move up that ladder to our new beginnings. And as you work on yourself and to be the best version of yourself and to heal the pains of the past, the whatever it is, whether it's abuse, physical or verbal, whether it's, just toxic people and situations coming into your life. Once you learn the lessons, you see what it looks like. For me, I can sniff that out like a bloodhound a mile away. And then I just detour because those doors have been closed and padlocked because I've learned those lessons. So now I can walk towards the new beginnings. And let me tell you something else, guys. I didn't plan this as I got on this journey to heal, but I started making vows to God. I don't know, something told me do something more. And as I did, and these are vows that I can do, that I can handle. And as I took steps in that direction and I start honoring, as I start doing the vows that I make, God honors that because my intentions are good. I don't have bad intentions. And then I said I would help other people as well so that they know that they don't have to stay in a place of depression, broken down, busted, and disgusted, that they can rise from the ashes and the dust, right? And so as I did that and took steps in that direction, God started taking 2, 3, 4 steps as I did these things. And this is why things are going up in my life because of those vows. And everything I do, I talk to God about it in prayer, and I don't have, and I'm not a religious person, not at all, people. I grew up in a cult like religious setting, but I'm not a religious person. I'm a person who has a close relationship with God. And I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day, just like everybody else, but I strive to be better. And I strive every day to take care of myself, my physical and mental health, and also to have me time. That's important too, people. When you're working on yourself, me time to take care of your physical and mental health, because life can get the best of you at times. You turn on your TV, you see all this craziness on the news, the people attitude today in life in general, I don't care attitude. You have slackers out here. You have a whole lot of negativity and toxicity that's going on in the world today. And then sometimes you may say, can I trust anybody? But ask God to help you with this and to bring people in your life who genuinely care about you, who want to see you succeed, and people who will encourage you and motivate you. Ask for those things, and then walk in a direction towards it as you build yourself up, and God will help you. I promise you that. You may not see the results overnight, but you will see them, and it will change your life forever. Losing my mom and losing my dog, losing about 12, 15 people during the shutdown changed my life forever. That's when I decided, because I was down to the ground, asking God to help me. And as He did, and I got on this journey to heal, I started therapy, was the first step for me. And as I started to do the work, I asked God to help me. And as He started to, I started making vows. And then my life started to change for the better. And one of the vows is to help people, who are going through things and who don't know where to turn and who don't have anybody in their corner, and people who don't have their back, you know, and who have been betrayed and hurt and brought down, to their knees. I know what that feels like. I've been there more than once. And now I'm attracting the good. Once you start to continue to stay on this path and ask God to help you and He helps you, then you walk towards your new beginnings. You know, people who care about you. God will put people in your life who genuinely care about you, who want to see you grow and be the best version of yourself. Friends who have your back and support you. It's like, He will help you and make sure that you have what you need as you are on this path, and He see that your intentions are pure. So people, it's so much better to heal and to grow than to be in pieces. It's better to be at peace than to be broken down into pieces. So that is the message today, guys. Please come to this channel, show up. I know it's not easy, but as you continue to bite and crawl and persevere through and ask God to help you, and He sees your intent is good, He will do so. Thank you for being here. This is Lisa, always encouraging you, lifting you up, shedding love and light. And please continue to show up at this channel and to invite others here as well. Because if the message doesn't resonate with you one day, I'm pretty sure the next day it will. Thank you again, guys. Enjoy your day. And I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel. That way you will always know when I'm here. And take care of yourself out there. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye for now, guys.